Thank you, council, citizens. Last council meeting 2 weeks ago, I brought up some figures that I found on the city website that drew me some serious concern. And it's actually been updated since I had those figures. And this is very new numbers here. And I just want to really quickly talk about over the last 4 or 5 years, how drastically the revenues have decreased compared to the expenditures. The expenditures now are way over what the revenues are. If you look right there, 18-19, we were $44.5 million ahead of the game. Then we went down to $22.7 million. Then it went down to $17 million. We're still in the green. But then in 21-22, we went to 29 millions in the hole. Expenditures over revenues. And last week when I brought some of this up, several of you looked at me like I was speaking some foreign language or I didn't have my facts right. And that's why I'm bringing this back up with this. And now the proposed budget coming up for 22-23 is looking at $41 million further in the hole. And I just bring this up. I'm sure there is a lot more to those numbers than I brought forward, but it just draws me serious concern. And I'm sorry I'm boring you, Ms. Carr, with these numbers, but it does cause concern because it goes right along with buying the homeless hotel, the low-income housing within the city, and building more low-income housing. And everybody I've talked to really doesn't know where this is coming from and how it's going to benefit the citizens of Huntington Beach. They're really wondering where it's coming from. And, well, we kind of know because it's state overreach that you guys refuse to let our elected city attorney fight. And it's great concern on my part and many, many citizens that I've talked to along the road on my council election campaign. But with this, it goes right along into where last council, you had listened to over 40 people beg you not to have any charter amendments. Yet, you guys went right along with it. And I just want to voice again, no charter amendments. We need checks and balances to fight corruption, so people can be held accountable a little more. And I want to just say again, no charter amendments. Let's continue electing our city clerk, treasurer, and especially our city attorney. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Next speaker.
Mayor Douglas.
Yes.
Mayor, I just want to address something quickly because it's...
Go ahead.
Before the next speaker speaks, putting that up there and speaking to it is dangerous. I can address
anything right now.
I can absolutely.
Mayor.
I can
I know.
absolutely.
I'm going to let him speak to it because he doesn't have the correct information.
That the chart up there
Mayor,
is...
Excuse me.
Actually, we can't. People can speak how they want to, even if we believe it's misinformation. We
Okay.
can't
All right.
respond to it or have a dialogue.
Sir, go
having a
ahead.
dialogue. I can...
Sir, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a Brown Act violation.
Okay, I pulled those right off the website. You can
Yeah.
look at them off the website. I'm Pat
It's a
Burns.
Brown
I-
Act.
Thank
City
you.
Attorney, we ask to have the finance meeting again, which we had on June 7th.
Yes.
And do another study session to clarify.
Mr. Dahl.
So can we make a request as a city council to once again go over these numbers that we did on June 7th, which clearly some people have missed,
Missed.
so that we can do it again and clarify that.
Coming back with something like that's absolutely appropriate.
Thank you.
Okay, then
Let's
we'll do that.
But
Let's
talking
do that.
tonight is a Brown Act
Let's
violation.
do that.
We'll do that.
June 7th, or a recap. If we could tell the finance, Dale, to please prepare that for the next council meeting
We will do.
session.
Go ahead. Mr.
Yes, and
Rubin.
I'll confirm that also at the council.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
All right, next speaker.